Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a great blend for you guys today that I'm really excited about because it's something that I've never heard of before, but I'm seriously interested because it's a new twist on an old favorite. So generally, I usually leave chai teas to like the fall or like later on in the season when things get cool. But this time around, because it's a different kind of chai, I decided to jump up a little bit and move it up the list. So without further ado, today I'm going to be doing. Hey Zam, welcome. Hey Snea, welcome. I'll be doing mindful mint chai. Now I've never had mint in a chai before. In an Indian style chai, I should say, before somebody says, chai is tea. Yeah, I know. But what they did was they mixed in a mint blend with masala spices and topping it off with a hojicha tea as a base. So what makes this also unique is that there's very few places that make green tea as a chai. So this is kind of exciting. I have had green chai before, but never with mint in it. So this is going to be, it's going to be a little bit exciting for me. Hey Mandy, welcome. So we got a hojicha tea with spearmint, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom pods, fennel seeds, cloves, and black peppercorn. And this is something that I'm really loving because you can make out so many of the ingredients. I mean, you have the cardamom pods right off the bat. These big, chunky. Hey, Pops, welcome. These big, chunky pieces. Then you have the fennel seeds right here, pretty big for a seed. Then you have a mix. The brown tea leaves are the ones are the hojicha, which is considered a green tea, even though it's a little bit interesting. I'll get into that in just a moment. Let me see if I can pull out some spearmint. The spearmint is the more green leaf. You can see right there. And it all mixes together for a very fragrant blend. I'm getting like a lot of mint and a lot of spice. And this is the kind of blend that I find interesting because it's not really it's not really a traditional blend that you'd find just about anywhere. So what makes hojicha an interesting choice for a base is because it's not only is it a Japanese green tea, usually made from sencha or bancha, but what they do is after it's steamed, it's also roasted at high temperatures to lock in that flavor. So you're going to get a more dark, smoky blend out of it. So it is kind of closer to a black tea than a green tea in flavor. But overall, it's still considered a green tea. So if you take a look at this, it's a very colorful blend. You have a lot of like browns, greens, yellows, got little stringy things in there, and you're gonna get like a lot of lively flavor from that. Why am I not getting anybody's comments on here? I don't know. For some reason, it's showing up on my phone, but not my laptop. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's weird. All right, I'm seeing it now. So if we take a look at the steeped version, the colors are still the same, just slightly darker. And you'll find that there hasn't really been much difference in the size. I'm looking for a hojicha leaf because the hojicha would have the biggest the biggest difference in size, but I can't seem to find any good leaves. It's like they're kind of small. They've been cut just a little bit, which is fine. So I'll leave that be. I mean, just FYI, everything that's in there really wouldn't expand except for the hojicha leaf, because the hojicha leaf is the only one has just been dried and sent out, so it's not going to have any compression. But because of the steaming process, the beginning of the sencha, you'll have like a little bit of an expansion in the leaf itself. Sorry, I'm still like. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm for some reason I'm not getting my comments. I'm getting my comments on my phone, but not the laptop. Anyway, without further ado, because I'm continually distracted by all this, I'm gonna go ahead and take my first sip. Oh, that's very nice. First and foremost, you're getting the mint, but underlying it, there's a kind of almost citrusy flavor to it. It's like a dark, it's a dark flavor, a little bit earthy, but not like deep earth. I'm getting kind of a chocolatey minty flavoring to it, with a little bit of like an orangey kind of tang to it. I don't know where that's from though. It's very interesting because I'm getting like the spices from the masala chai. From the masala spices. I'm getting that low level burn. It's staying relatively close to my mouth, just on my tongue, like on the surface, and the very, very front of the back of my tongue, if that makes sense. Like, it's not usually like the burn comes down here. I'm feeling it up here. It hasn't really started to burn that harshly yet, but it's really, really nice. It's a warmth rather than a heat. And there's a slight sandy, grainy texture to it. It's very, very slight, but it's there. And I'm enjoying it. Like, it gives a little bit of depth to the flavor. And it bears a little bit of weight as well. And there's a really nice, silky after feeling on there. That's really, really good. It's more on the savory side, a spicy savory. The mint is giving it a nice little accent, where it's not too commanding. It's just cooling off the palate slightly. It's really nice. It's just there's a slow burn to it where I'm still talking and tasting it in the back of my throat. Once again, it hasn't gone all the way down because it's not too intense. It's really, really comforting, nice and warm and pleasant. I'm feeling it like a little bit warm down here. So it's basically skipping my throat and everything going all the way down. That's really good. Oh, that is really nice. I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the processing of the hojicha, because it's very fascinating. Usually with the Japanese green tea, all they do is steam it for about 15 seconds at a time. Then they stop. Then they steam it for another 15 seconds, and it's an ongoing process until you get just about the texture and the flavor that you want to get to it. But what they do after is that extra step. They put it in an oven and roast it at high temperatures. So, and when we're talking about high temperatures, we're not talking like you would bake a cake. You know, like we're not talking about 400 degrees. We're talking right around like 200 or so, maybe 250 tops, so that it doesn't burn the leaf. Because you don't want to have that that charcoal flavoring that's just awful. And then, you know, like when you steep it, it's just going to be bitter. It's going to be a mess. You know. But this is very pleasant. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a little fruit flavoring in there that's more a cross between citrus and rock fruit, kind of like if apple was more more acidic. You know, if that makes any sense. Hello, are you you trying to get my attention? Am I missing out on? Oh, you want to see the tea? Okay. Which one? The flavored one? Not the flavored. The liquid. This is, we got a nice little brown liqueur. Now you can see this is what pulls apart from the green tea. Usually for green teas, you'll have like a yellow or green or, you know, some cider, but you see it's nice and clear on there. You'll be able to catch the flavor profile from it. Oh, it looks like I'm having some difficulties. Yeah, it's saying that I'm reconnecting. Am I still going? No, you're good. No, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, it's. Oh, I hate this. I hate this thing. Anyway, so I'm getting a nice little flavoring there. That's really, it's spicy and warm. Normally I've had masala chais that burn, like really burn going down the throat. And you know, you can feel it as you breathe out. But because this has mint in it, it's cooled off slightly. Would I put milk in this tea? No. I would not, because it's got mint in it, and milk and mint, I don't know, it just has like this, it's like drinking milk with toothpaste. It doesn't go well together. I might put sugar in it. This doesn't need it, but if I wanted to sweeten it, I would stick to sugar or maybe even honey, something like that. But I'd stay away from milk. But that's just me. Like, if you guys want to try it with milk, it's fine. It's up to you. I implore you to explore your own flavor profiles and see what you enjoy. I just don't foresee milk increasing the flavor of this. What was I saying? And because this is technically a green tea, they recommend you brew it like a green tea rather than a black tea. So they recommend about 200 degrees for 3 minutes, which is what I followed. And that really shows in the flavor profile, because it is bringing out that smokiness without having the flavor of it being oversteeped. Normally, oversteeped green teas taste kind of bitter and soapy, and so you don't want to mess with that. It'll be like night and day, where you drink the green tea and it's just like, you got that dry, nasty, soapy flavoring to it. This is this hojicha is really nice. There was actually a really dark hojicha that I used to drink that tasted super duper smoky. They don't make it anymore for some reason. I think it's due to some climate issues and also what was it? It was climate and like shipping distribution issues. It's a little bit hard to find, but I'm hoping I have heard that it's starting to make a comeback. So once it does make that comeback, I'll be looking for it because I would love. I had I had a sample of it, but I never got a chance to. To show it. So, hey Ma, welcome. No worries. Everybody's late sometimes. And I love the flavor profile of this. It's very soothing. Now, since this is a green tea, it's going to be caffeinated. But because there's a lot of different stuff in there, that caffeine is going to be on the mid to low levels, because the place the place that the actual tea has would be shared with the cardamom, the mint, the fennel, and like everything else. What else was in here? The black peppercorn and the cloves. So you're getting all of those in the shared space. So there's not going to be a whole lot of caffeine in this, relatively speaking. I always want to say relatively speaking because there is no exact way to say how much caffeine per cup without analyzing the cup itself. With how it was brewed and like the kind of plant, the conditions that it went through, and all of that contributes to the caffeine. So, blanket statement: this is going to be mid to low caffeine content, probably closer to the lower side. Oh man, I love the way that this flavor. It kind of like settles on your palate. And it warms you from the inside out. Like right now, I'm feeling nice and comfortable. And even though it is caffeinated, it's a nice, slow kind of caffeine burn. So I feel more alert and energized rather than jittery and feeling like, I've got excess energy and I don't know what to do with it. Oh, that is absolutely delicious. I'm loving this blend, and it's interesting because like I've never had mint in a chai before, and it's like the dichotomy that you're usually getting between the earthiness and the minty cooling effect of it. It gives off a nice sensation in your throat and in your mouth. Now, this was something that I have learned sometime last year, that the heat receptors in your tongue are different from the cool receptors from your tongue. So you're able to drink one without the other and not necessarily have the cooling effect of the mint on your tongue to basically kill the heat. So what you're tasting in this blend is the actual mint content and the actual chai spice content that's already in here, and you're getting the best of both worlds. It's not too spicy and it's not too cool. I know some people that don't like mint because it's like too cool and it's too effervescent, and you wind up going, that effect where it just cools off your tongue by breathing. Having that together kind of gives off the nice a nice balance of both worlds that you're really able to appreciate when you think about it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now is the time. I'm going to answer the question I always answer first. what food would I pair this with? Well, this one is going to be a little bit difficult to pair with a food because it's not quite sweet. It's not quite cool. It's not like it's a very interesting combination. So it's hard to say, oh yeah, this is a dessert tea. I'm going to drink it. Hey, Izzy, what's up? Does it work with an apple pie type of dessert? Honestly, it might. It might, because it does have that rock fruit quality to it. An apple pie does have that cinnamon flavoring, that cinnamon base. So you're getting that nice, sweet, spicy mixture to it. So yeah, I could say that it would go pretty well with apple pie. It's really hard to think about what I would put this on the savory side, because you're not really sure why they would put mint in this, because it's delicious. That's why. I mean, somebody had a mad scientist moment and they went for it. You know, I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't think about it first. I could probably make my own and figure something out, but whoever came up with this idea, they were smart. They're creative. I'll give them that. But if I were to put this with something savory, I would probably put this with like a lighter food, maybe like pork. A lightly seasoned pork chop, chicken. This has a lot of potential to mix it with some good flavoring. Something maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know. This is a tough one to come out with. Let's see, if I were to cook something, maybe an Alfredo pasta. I think that might go pretty well with this. Chicken Alfredo with a nice little spiciness to it. Yeah, get some ginger in there, and yeah, I can see that. All right, yeah. I'm going to open up the floor again. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. I am thinking about any announcements that I have coming in the works. My project that I've been talking about for quite some time has been delayed. I do have some updates to it, but I'm just closer to the goal. I'm not 100% there yet. Little by little, slowly but surely, I'm going to get this thing done. It would have probably been easier to just get it professional assistance, but I don't know, it just wouldn't feel as organic to me. So yeah, I'm working on something that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know what else is going on. Anyway, so it looks like I am out of words to say, so I will be going ahead and wrapping it up. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. This has been an incredible, delicious blend. I'll go ahead and post the copy in the discussion, and we'll take it from there if you want to try it out for yourself. So have a great night, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.